alaikum, peace, shalom, shalom, hotep, Islam, alafia. What's going on, family? What's going on? So today we have a very, very special episode here. We are in Brooklyn, actually. We are in Brooklyn, New York. That's right. So I had to come back home to my hometown and deliver this powerful and special episode. As the visionary behind BlkNUgly clothing, BU, Sharifa breathes life into the African diaspora community, using fashion as both a statement and a celebration. A Harlem native through and through, her designs reflect the audacity and individuality and effortless style that define the very heartbeat of her city. Armed with a communications degree and a psychology minor from the City College of New York, shout out to CUNY,
You already know.
Sharifa understands the power of language and perception. Her brand's name, inspired by Notorious B.I.G.'s One More Chance, reclaims and redefines words that once carried weighty connotations, turning them into symbols of pride and resilience. Powerful. BlkNUgly demands attention. It challenges, reclaims, and transforms. I want to take something once dismissed and make it powerful again. Through BU, Sharifa intertwines fashion with storytelling, paying homage to cultural icons like Malcolm X, Basquiat, and Nina Simone. Her designs, rich in historical and contemporary references, connect wearers to a legacy of strength, artistry, and identity. Her work has been spotted on cultural tastemakers, including Kid Fury and hip-hop legend, the Lady of Rage. Beyond her own brand, Sharifa collaborates with businesses, from restaurants to nonprofits, creating custom merchandise that fosters unique identities. She also invents in the next generation, working with institutions like Democracy Prep and Achievement First, where she leads workshops on design, self-expression, and self-esteem for young Black girls. A creator, educator, and cultural architect, Sharifa Gale is a force. Her work is more than fashion. It's a movement, an homage, and a revolution. She is, without question, her ancestors' wildest dreams.
Absolutely.
Ladies and gentlemen, Sharifa, what's going on? Yes, powerful.
I'm chilling. I'm glad to be here.
Yes, how you been?
I've been good. You know, life has been lifing, but we keep going, and I'm blessed. So I can't say much.
All right. So let's get into it. So we are here in the newly established Black Room, right?
Black Room, yeah.
Black Room, awesome. So before we get into the Black Room and BlkNUgly, tell us about your upbringing and how did you get into consciousness?
That's a good question. Okay, my upbringing. I was born in Jamaica, and I came here when I was like going on 8. I lived in Westchester for a little bit with my dad before I moved to New York with my mom. And when we did move to New York, it was in Harlem. So I've been in Harlem since I was about 11. Until my, mid-30s. When did I get into consciousness, though? I would say that I've been pretty conscious when I was young. I realized that, what it meant to be, like, a Black person in America, I would say around, like 14 when I started going to high school. I had a teacher, and it was a white man who gave us, like, these books, like banned books. He told us about, like, how history works, how, how some civilizations were conquered, and so forth. So I would say like enlightenment happened around 14.
And what was your frame of mind around that time, 14 years young in high school? What were you thinking around that time?
I was trying to make some money.
What was happening? Right, as young teenagers.
That's when summer youth kicked in.
Right.
And it was the first time that like I was able to like really own my independence, and if I wanted to buy something, I was able to do that. Along with being able to buy clothes, I paid my phone bill, so now I have a phone. I felt like it was a breath of fresh air. Independence. Yeah.
Cool. So how important is? So did you ever dreamed of like owning a brick and mortar as this one? And so if so, how important is turning your dreams into a reality for you?
Yeah, I've dreamed about this for a long time. I would say that, like, I started messing around with the brand in 2011. That's like I would say when I established it. When I realized, oh, I could put a message on a T-shirt and it can mean something. So from there, one of my childhood friends from like back in early college, he opened a store when we were younger. And that just blew my mind. Like the idea that you can create something and then put it on a rack, and someone comes in, they know nothing about you, but that message resonates with them. So since that's it's always been my dream, and
So he was like the catalyst for.
I would say that he
you
was. Yeah,
wanting to
he let me know
propel-
that it's possible.
Right, right,
You know,
indeed.
like if he could do it, why can't I do
Right,
it?
right.
And then growing up in Harlem, there was a lot of small businesses
True.
that I saw all the time. So I think from an early age that was a thing. My dad, he's an upholsterer, so he makes furniture, and he had his own shop when I lived with him when I was around 8, 9. So
He was
I
a
think,
business owner?
Yeah,
Okay.
he had a storefront and everything in Westchester. So I think it's always been around me. Maybe I wasn't conscious that it was in my face, but when I think about it now, like
Yeah.
it's always been there.
I think that's dope for like a young girl like yourself to grow up with a business owner, and then your friend again who was a business owner.
Yeah.
Again, it made things, as you said, possible,
Right.
and it made things sort of
Made it
like
tangible.
yeah, tangible, like near,
You're right.
near, instead of like, because some people, they dream big, which is good,
Right.
but it's like they have no one around them to point them in the right direction, right?
Exactly.
So they have to go out and search for that mentor, and they have to
Exactly.
go out and search for that thing that can kind of like be the catalyst for them. And for you, you kind of had it at your disposal.
Yeah, I
in a
didn't
sense.
even I wasn't conscious of it, but it was always there. It was always there.
Yeah, that's what's up. So with your friend, did you end up like working with him? Was you at the store with him? Or?
Nah, like I mean, that's when I started designing, so I was able to put some of my pieces in his store.
Okay.
Back then, but it didn't last too long because consignment could get messy.
Yeah,
But
okay.
it started something. I would say it
Yeah.
started something. Yeah.
That's what's up. Cool. And so would you say that was around the same time you started to get into fashion? But take us back a little bit. How did you get into fashion?
I used to work at like a UPS store, and when I was in college, I was working there at the same time I was going to college, and there was this website called Custom Inks, and I wanted to make my own T-shirts, so I used that website to make the T-shirts, and from there I realized, okay, this is not sustainable because they charging me $30 for a T-shirt. I can't sell it back for $60.
True.
Like, no, now you can sell a T-shirt for $60, but that wasn't the thing then. So I reached out to ASAP Ferg. He was like a local
So you knew him?
creative. Huh?
You knew him?
Yeah, he was
Okay.
a local creative in Harlem. So I was like, people like, if you want to learn a screen print, go to him. So I hit him up. He showed me how to screen print and how to make different colors in the same
Wait,
design.
This is before like he became famous?
Yeah,
or-
this is
okay.
this is when he was doing his belts.
Okay.
And I think he had his own clothing line at the same time too. Yeah.
Okay, so you reached out to him. So that was another, I guess, person in your network that you reached out to,
Right.
and he was able to help you.
Yeah, he showed me what screen printing was, and then from there, I was able to connect with a few different print shops and start making these T-shirts, these ideas I had in bulk.
So what was that cost like? Because you stated before with the other company, it was $30
Yeah.
to print, and that was too much. So what was the other cost like for you to actually make a profit?
Yeah, I would say then I think you had to pay for your screens. Screens are probably like $25, $35. So you buy the screen and then you buy some ink, which is you go to Pearl Paint back then, that's another few dollars. So as opposed to one T-shirt costing me $3, it's costing me like $10 now.
Okay.
So I was able
then
to
you sell it
I was
for
able to
20.
then sell it $20, $30.
Okay,
And I'm
good.
good. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay, that's what's that. And then you just keep on
I
doing it.
kept
over and
going.
over.
I kept learning different techniques, different print shops, because some of them are small, so their prices are higher. You go to a bigger shop, they might need more bulk, but at the end of the day, you skate off with an $8 shirt as opposed to $10.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. And so, so after you learn, you keep learning the business and so forth. You start doing like vending,
Yes.
pop-up
Oh
shops.
man, yeah, the queen of vending.
So, talk about that a little bit. How and then you, I think at the same time you was on social media as well.
Right, yeah.
Right. So just talk about just having all of that and
Right.
promoting your business as well.
Right. I think I literally started vending around the same time like Instagram came out, and I used to love Instagram at that point because it was very chronological. So like people did see your things, and when I launched the brand, like a press release was still a thing back then. So I was going, like I said, I was going to school for communication. So I was able to have my friend write my press release. We had an event. We launched the brand. We put it online, and it was getting good feedback. And then I learned that, you could go to an event and you could put a table up,
Right.
and you
could vend.
You could vend. You could introduce yourself, and people could buy your things right there in person. You get instant feedback, and I've always loved vending. I just love that energy that you can get with people, like right there and then. I think that's why I also like this store so much because I'm able to get instant, constant feedback on the daily.
Indeed.
Yeah.
So you said something that was powerful to me. You said that you was going to school and you had your business at the same time. How talk about that? Because a lot of people, they feel like they can't do both. It got to be either one or the other. Right? You either have to have your 9 to 5, or you have to go to school, or you have to just be a business owner, right? You can't have both.
Right.
So talk about that because Damon John, I don't know, he's one of the co-founders of FUBU, right? And he talks about doing both simultaneously, working at I think he's from Harlem or New York.
Yeah, he is from.
But he was working at Red Lobster in Harlem, and doing FUBU at the same time. And even though FUBU was like getting successful, he was still working at Red Lobster. And it wasn't until like, FUBU was like, phew, then he left, right? So talk about that, like having, school is a job too, right? So go to school, right? Going to school and then having your own business.
Right. I was definitely, of course I was younger, so I had more energy, but I would say that I would do both until you can't do both anymore.
Yes, right.
I think that's the secret sauce in it. It took me a while to quit my job. It took me years.
And you was working where?
I was working at a UPS store. For a few years. But when I was working at the UPS store, that's when I started my brand. And I just did both. Because I worked at that store, I was able to, I had a really dope boss at the time. He let me keep my inventory upstairs so that I was able to ship it.
That's dope.
Yeah. Shout outs to Rich back then.
So you had your own little,
he let me keep inventory upstairs, which was really cool because then I could just come downstairs and ship it out. And we're good. At the same time, he showed me how to do bookkeeping. So that was also a plus when I, started making money and I learned how to separate my personal money versus the business money. That can be truly really, really hard. But I knew from a young age, that's imperative.
And then getting into business credit, right?
Exactly,
Getting into business credit, having your business credit cards.
Exactly.
Doing business taxes, all that is different from your personal life and personal well-being.
It is. But I think that I held on to my job for a really long time. Your job gives you security, and it's hard to get that when you're starting off a business because it's like you don't know what you're doing yet. It's not stable. And
you was doing 3 things, and you was going to school.
And I was going to school.
So school, UPS,
and I started
and BlkNUgly.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, but it worked out because at some point he sold the business. My boss sold the business. So I wasn't working at UPS anymore. So I took the unemployment money and I had time. So I'm like, link up with my friends. Let's do a photo shoot. I have a bunch of creative people around me. So my homeboys would model for me. I got a camera and we just got busy.
Right. And you end up graduating. It was a City Tech?
Or? Yeah, it was City College.
City College. Yeah. Okay, you end up graduating. Okay.
Yeah.
And so why, obviously the communications degree, but why a minor in psychology?
Because my degree was in communications, I understood the power of advertisement, and I know that in order for people to buy things, you have to, sometimes you have to set things up, right? So that certain colors, the way you speak, certain jingles they hear, it evokes some type of emotion, or maybe you want them. Maybe they're not thinking they're hungry, but now they saw this burger and it looks like so juicy or whatever. They're gonna go get a burger
Right.
next thing, right? So I understood the power of that. So I thought psychology would help me with that, because then I can get on the surface of what people are thinking. Yeah.
Get into their heads and
Right,
get
right.
into their
Yeah,
minds
yeah.
and so forth. Okay, dope. So let's talk about your brand, Black and Ugly.
let's do it.
So why the name Black and Ugly?
I think that's the number one question I get, but why not, right? I feel like we wouldn't be having this conversation if I didn't name it that. But I named it Black and Ugly because one of the first shirts I did was a Biggie shirt. Oh, they didn't see me. It was a Biggie shirt that said Black and Ugly as ever. And people kept calling it the Black and Ugly shirt. And at the same time, I was, doing research on Egyptian culture and stuff, and just like Black history in general. And I saw how the world sets it up so that it's a dark, heavy thing, right? But to me, it's really a story of resiliency. So I took instead of people calling the Biggie shirt and they're calling the Black Ugly shirt, I took that and I was like, I'm gonna flip it. I'm gonna make it a good thing. I like irony. I like play on words. I guess it comes with the communications degree. But I wanted to take it for what it is and make it my own thing.
Okay, I feel like, so you saying that Black and Ugly was like a negative connotation on our people?
Yeah.
Explain that.
I'm Jamaican, so
Yeah.
I feel like when you get in an argument with a Jamaican, the first thing they throw at you, you're so black and ugly,
Wow,
right?
cool.
And
Especially if you're dark skinned.
especially if you're dark skinned, right? And I grew up in that time, so I've heard it before, people speaking it to me, but I never, my parents grew me a lot of confidence. I never took it beyond that surface level, but I know a lot of people do, and I feel like black people are the most beautiful, creative beings. So if I could shock you with that name, but then give you pieces that speak to you, who you are, and make you feel good, like why not?
Right. And then Biggie said it in.
Oh yeah.
in his
And one
song.
more chance. Yeah.
Right. So you was able to. So was that like the moment where you was like, I'm gonna use it, or you already had it before?
Nah, when I first started the brand, I was gonna name it Afire, which is Sharif, the
Afire.
end of my name backwards.
Ooh,
but that
okay.
just didn't stick with me. It didn't light a fire.
Yeah. Alright. That's cool.
But right. But yeah, when the
So
Black and Ugly, when
was
he
like
said that,
more-
and then he hit it with the however, I stayed, Gucci down to the side. That however did something
Rims
for
and
me.
rock,
Yeah.
filled with rock.
Yeah, exactly.
so right. Okay, cool. So you was like, this is it. Right?
Yeah, I just like the irony of it. I really do. Yeah.
Yeah, so, and it's catchy too.
It's catchy, and when I told my mom, she was like, "I hate it. Name it Black and Beautiful." And I was like,
yeah.
Of course, right?" But I felt like
That
when
would've
you hear
been
that
good.
name, it's gonna evoke some type of emotion. Either you're gonna be like, "Oh, what the hell," or you're gonna be more curious, or you might hate it, but you're not gonna forget it, right?
And talk about the what you call it. Is it icon or the picture that you use with Black and Ugly?
Oh, the logo.
The logo, yeah.
The logo, yeah. So it's
How'd
the
you
same.
get into that?
It's the same. It's the same idea of taking something that's so negative and putting a spin on it, right? It looks like a disfigured skull. People a lot of times confuse it with like something Basquiat would draw.
Right,
But
sure.
yeah, to me it's just a configured skull, and skulls are known to be like bad and no good, but I feel like as humans. You have to live to die, right? And we look at death as such a bad thing, but it's really not. It meant you lived.
Exactly. And Basquiat was a great artist, by the way.
Yeah, I love him. I'm
Yeah.
inspired by him a lot.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Cool. Are you into art?
Yeah, OD.
Yeah.
OD is right there on the glass. Yeah, I'm definitely inspired a lot by a lot of artists.
Cool. So talk about this thing that you're currently into, the Black Book, right? The Green Book. The Green
All
Book.
black everything.
Right. The Green Book.
Yeah.
You said that you seen the movie and then you decided to create a varsity jacket out of it. So just what in the movie inspired you to want to create a varsity jacket?
So
Talk about what is the Green Book.
Yeah.
as well.
So the Green Book was a traveler's guide between 1936 and 1966 that Black people used to travel mostly from the north to the south and in a safe way and avoid like sundown towns and to know where what places took us, accommodated us, you know. So yeah, I did see the movie, but before I saw that, I believe someone had posted something on Instagram, and it stuck in my mind. Like that'd be cool because I was around the time I was thinking like I want to do a collection. I just didn't know on what, right? So you know how you have an idea, it sits dormant, and something might spark it. So I believe they posted that, and I was like, okay, all right, cool. Moved on, and then one day I was like, yeah, let me watch into the movie, The Green Book. I've heard a bunch about it. You watch the movie, it's a good movie, but it doesn't really highlight the Green Book.
Right.
It's about a friendship more than anything. So decided to dive a little deeper, and I realized this lady, Candace C. Taylor, she wrote the overground railroad. And
She wrote a book about the Underground
yeah.
Railroad?
I think I have it over here. Yeah, the Overground Railroad, and she like curated a exhibit for the Green Book. So I happened to go to one that was in Houston, and then from there, after I checked out the exhibit, I read some of the book. I started designing, and the jacket was the first thing I designed.
Dope. And so you said that in the Green Book, it discovered or talked about like sundown towns and our people, black people, traveling to certain areas. I guess so that they wouldn't get lynched or they wouldn't get killed and so forth. So that book is outdated.
Yeah, I think I mean, it depends who you ask, right, and where you go.
Right.
I think there's still resources for that.
So I guess my question is the book still in print?
No, the book, they stopped printing them in the 1960s, late 1960s, yeah. Yeah, I felt like he died, Mr. Green died, and his wife kept it up for a few years after him, but they let it go after that. I feel like around 1966 is when the Civil Rights Act passed, so maybe that had something to do with it.
Yeah. Do you feel like you have to like explain what the Green Book is? Like a lot of times when people ask.
Yeah, because
so
most people say, oh, the movie? And it's way deeper than the movie. So yeah, but I enjoy doing that. I think that's like one of the highlights of my brand. I get to talk about history, about Black history.
Yeah. So that's dope. I mean, your brand within itself, I would say, is Black history.
Right.
You know, as you just alluded to, with the background negative connotations of that was inflicted upon our people. But yeah, as you said, you turned a bad thing into a good thing.
Yeah, I think Black people do that all the time.
Yeah.
We do that with food.
Right.
We do that with like just culture in itself.
Yeah. That's the power of us, of our persistence and just never willing to give in and give up.
Yeah, we don't settle.
So how important is because I'm hearing your story, right, and I'm hearing that you had I guess not at the same time, but at different points in your life, someone or few people in your circle that you had an opportunity to go to get information from, or whether it be to help you with the shipping orders and the business finances and so forth. How important is network, right? Networking with different people, and then people like in your inner circle that you can go to ask for advice.
It's imperative. We like to all say we're self-made, and ain't no such thing. Like, you can't be completely self-made. You have to tap in somewhere. And I feel like if there's people in your community that are willing to give you knowledge, seek it out, you know?
What? True. But why do you think that? Because I know people, they have an idea, or they may even have a business, but they don't want to seek help. And even if people ask, let me know if you need anything. Do you need help? No, I got it. I'm good. It. Why do you think that is, and where do you think that comes from?
It could be two things. It could be two sides of the coin. It could be an ego thing, right? Feeling like, I want to do everything myself. No one does if I want something done, I'm gonna do it myself. That idea, because I used to think like that, like, no, I don't need no help, I'm good. But no, like, you just have to explain how you want things done and let people help you.
Communicate.
Yeah, you have to, right? Communication, right? And I think the other side of the coin is not knowing how to ask for help, right?
Wow. So that's the thing.
Yes, I think so.
Explain.
I'm just thinking about things in my life. Like, sometimes I ask my girlfriend for help, and before I ask her, I'm thinking like, nah, I don't want to burden nobody. I don't want to burden nobody. I should figure this out myself. I should be able to do this myself. You feel like you could take all the grocery bags at once, when it's like, no, let me give you 5 of them and make it life easier for me and not have back issues a week from now. But I don't know. I think it's a lot that goes down to ego. You don't want to seem weak or like you don't know what you're doing.
But that's crazy though, right? Because I think, not just with you, but just like with our community, as you say, we don't want to seem we want to seem like we know what we're doing,
and we don't.
Right? But that's okay, right? So like
it's
that's
a
where I'm
vulnerability
getting.
thing,
right. So like that's where I'm getting at. So like it's okay if you like you don't know everything, and that's fine, especially if you're jumping into a venture of this magnitude that you've never done before, right? A clothing business, either be an online bookstore, it could be, a t-shirt company, whatever it is. Like, you don't know what you're doing, and it's okay to ask.
It is. It's okay to ask for help, and those who are around you and who care for you, they're willing to help you.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. So did you always like have a team around you that you can go to, or you was kind of like a one-woman army type of business?
Like on that, I would say both too. I felt like within the business itself, I felt like I was a one-woman army. But when I look out, like, nah, there's always friends who are willing to come help me vend, help me take photos, help be models. So people have always been willing to help. People want to be a part of something, and give them the opportunity.
Right.
But I think I always had help. Like, I might design on my own, and these concepts I come up with, I have conversations. So even that.
Yeah, that's help.
I make a design. I'm like, yo, do you like this? What color you think I should make this in? That still helps.
Yes,
right?
Indeed. Yeah, I mean that's powerful. I think that we should, cause I was reading a book. My book club, we was reading a book, and I forgot. I think it was The Extended Mind or something like that.
What's that about?
It's about the mind. It's about really what we already know. Like, if you look at it, and then it's like a couple of other things, like the psychology part of, as you said, like having ego or pride and not really asking for help. Like, that's a conscious thing, right?
Yeah.
And then it delves into like how you was brought up as well. Like, if you was brought up with like if you was like the first child, or
I'm the oldest. I'm
the oldest, right? So
girl, so
you end up doing everything on your own. You have to assist and help your younger siblings and everything like that. So like just that type of energy and that type of consciousness that you grew up with, evolves into adulthood. Right.
Childhood reflects a lot who we are now.
Yeah, good or bad, unfortunately. Yeah, and so with the bad, we have to kind of like shed those bad things and renew ourselves with new things. That will benefit us. Which is though I'm learning to do that as well. Just because my thing is, as you get older, you want to evolve and you want to get better as a person, right? So you don't want to do the same things you was doing 5-10 years ago. That means you're not evolving.
Exactly. If you're comfortable, you're not evolving.
Yeah. So let's talk about some designs, right? One of your first designs was By Any Means Necessary 1965 jacket, right?
You brought it back,
I see you smiling,
You brought it back,
Let's talk about that,
it's funny because I made the knitted version of that last year. But that was one of my first varsity jackets. I think that was my second one. The first one was like a Sphinx and Pharaoh or whatever. But the Malcolm X, I had newly read the book, and I wanted to make something that honors him. So the 1965 is the year he was assassinated, and I just feel like it's a good jacket. It's
It
just a
is.
good jacket. I did a good homage to him with that. Yeah.
So you said that back then you had recently read the book. What made you want to read the book?
I mean, I think, growing up in Harlem, you always hear about that book. Oh, you want to reinvent yourself, read that. And I wanted to know what the big deal was. And around that time, I was actively seeking things out to expand my consciousness. So that was one of the books that I read, yeah.
And what did you learn from reading that book?
It's never too late. It's never too late to reinvent yourself. Your past doesn't always dictate where you are. There's hope. There's hope. There's hope for all of us. That's what I got from that.
Yeah, indeed. And so it was that, and then you said it was the knitted version.
Yeah,
last
year I did a knitted a two-piece with the same design.
Did you get a lot of feedback with that? Like
Yeah,
a lot of good feedback?
that did really well. It did really well, yeah. And as a designer, I'm learning that you can remix things. Yeah. Yeah.
How so?
And it's great to have original ideas all the time and never have to repeat something. But it's okay to take something and put a spin on it, because your audience continues to grow. Right? So it's like I'm thinking of these 100 people who bought with me, like, nah, they don't want to see this. But I'm not thinking about the 10,000 new people who are about to tap in. So it's okay to take something and put a new spin on it.
Dope. Yeah. And so speaking about growing your audience and so forth, one, how are you looking to grow your audience and to grow your business?
I'm hoping to grow the brand. Of course, financially, that's a dollar and you have a business. But I also want to grow being that I have a storefront now, I want to grow the community aspect of it. I want to have more events here, more engagements. I want to be a part of this community, So if I'm walking down the street, people are saying hi, kids are saying hi, I want to give people a good feeling when they come in here.
You want to be a community business.
I do.
As opposed just a business in a community.
Exactly. Right.
That's a difference.
It's a big difference. Yeah.
And so how fitting is it that you're actually on Malcolm X Boulevard?
It's right, because when I was getting this store, I looked at other places and this just gave me a feeling. It felt right.
Okay.
It felt right. So,
what other stores you were looking at?
I looked at a few down here on Malcolm X. I looked at another one on Franklin and something else on the west.
Okay. So it was others on Malcolm X, but this particular area.
Yeah, this is something for me.
Okay. And so you said that you're looking to expand and grow your business by being a community business.
Yeah. Like a pillar in the community.
Yes. Yes. Which is dope. So let's talk about what was the process in you getting your physical store? Because back then, as we mentioned, you started out doing pop-up shops, you sending out vending and so forth. So what was the process like for someone who, was in your position, vending and so forth, and they want to get an establishment? Talk about that.
I would say the first thing is save.
Okay.
I would say step one is to save. I did have a 9-to-5, so I took a lot of my income and saved it. Like when my paychecks used to come in, I used to make it automatically go into another savings account where I didn't touch. And then when I made money from the business, that went to another account where I didn't have to touch it. I only used the money if I need to make more new things, or I need to do a photo shoot. Here's the money for that. But I didn't spend the money personally. So I saved a lot, and then I was vending like crazy.
All over.
Okay, all over. Like at one point I was doing at least one event a week.
Wow.
And I think that was
during the summer or during
I'm about to say that's right when COVID happened. Okay. So it was like
2020,
when we started to go outside, vending was a big thing because so many small businesses popped up during COVID. So I was outside vending a lot. I was saving that money from vending, and because I'm vending so much, I'm meeting so many people.
Yes.
And then my social media is growing because those people, if you're not buying something, you could give me a follow though. Right. And then
for free.
Exactly. Yeah. So I was doing that, and then at some point, it's just something I know I wanted, so I started to make a plan for it. Like, all right, if I'm gonna leave my job, I have X saved up, I could pay my bills for this amount of time, and then
So take us through that process, right? So you said saving money. What else do you need? Okay, after you save money, you have to look for a property
Right.
in which you want to be a part of.
Oh
right?
yeah.
So, and then you may have to get like a lawyer.
Right.
So on
Yeah.
and
That's
so
true. Yeah.
So talk about
I did
that.
all that. Okay. So yeah, let's fast forward to now. You're looking for the property. There's online websites, and I used a few of them. But then for this particular space, I knew the neighborhood I wanted to be in. I knew I wanted to be in Bed-Stuy.
Okay.
So I was driving around Bed-Stuy and looking at the places for lease. And then just write the number down, give them a call.
Right.
First thing I'm asking is like, how much is rent and can I see the place?
Yes.
And they tell you the price. Some go by square feet.
So you gotta know like your square feet footage and
Yeah.
everything.
No, because like it'll be like 400 square feet,
Right,
$75 a square feet.
Right.
You times that by the 400.
That's crazy.
That's how much you're paying for the
Okay.
year. So yeah, once you know you could handle that rent, I know when it came to me, I was like, if I vend, I can handle rent.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
yeah.
Like if I keep doing what I'm doing, I
Exactly.
can handle it. So yeah, then they're gonna ask you for your taxes. They're gonna want at least, I believe, at least 6 months of your bank accounts. They're gonna do a
Statements,
bank account statements. Yeah, they're gonna do a credit check, and you're gonna get interviewed. You're gonna meet the landlords, and they're gonna see if you're a good fit. They're gonna ask you all types of questions: how long you've been in business, what's gonna happen if you're not able to make rent, what is the backup plan?
Okay.
Yeah.
So
they
you need
ask
to
that.
have a backup plan, basically.
Yeah.
I mean, just in case.
Yeah, I answer. At least I answer. Yeah,
Right,
my
right.
backup plan is my family. My family is very supportive, so I know
that's
they'll help
good.
me out if I needed it to. But yeah, and those things right there, I say that the credit check and the taxes are a big thing.
Make sure you have your taxes
Yeah.
in order.
But for me personally, I put off I could have got a store earlier if I didn't second guess myself so much. If I
Talk
didn't have
about that.
doubt.
Wow. So you doubted yourself.
Of course, yeah.
Why?
I'm human.
Yeah, I mean, right. But I mean,
But why did I doubt myself?
Yeah.
I doubted myself when it came to opening a store because when I spoke to family and friends, they made it seem like it's like an impossible feat. Like they projected the fear on me. So of course I felt the same way sometimes. Like, can I really do this? Is it really needed? Like a lot of the questions was like, do you need a storefront in 2025?
the overhead and so
Yeah,
forth.
the overhead, right? Like how you gonna handle that? But I do feel like when you really, really want something and you give it your all, the universe will give you back everything you put into it. So yeah, you're gonna have doubt, but you have to proceed with that. Like feel the fear, but continue.
Yeah. Did you what was your like mentality back then when you like doubted yourself, and did you do anything to help you to get over that fear?
When I had the fear, talking, like
Talk to people?
Yeah,
Okay.
communicate. Your inner circle.
So you were still reaching out to other people, even though like some people was telling you like, nah, don't do it.
Yeah,
right?
don't do it. But the one would tell
Shaky.
me my mom's like, no, don't do it. And then I speak to my brother, and he's like, well, if you think you can, then
do
try
it.
it. Try a thing, right? I have a very supportive partner, so that helps a lot. I think it's your circle, your circle. Because not everyone in your circle is going to think exactly the same, but if they believe in you, then you're going to get that reassurance.
Yeah, right. And if they believe in you, you already believe in yourself, it's just gonna like heighten. It's
Exactly,
gonna enhance
exactly.
your, as you said, your reassurance, which is key. Were there any challenges that you faced, and how did you overcome those challenges in getting this establishment?
I would say that when I signed my lease, like one of the biggest challenges was I had like a big family emergency at the time. I mean, it's still ongoing, but like my brother was injured, so he helped me. But I don't even want to get emotional, but.
Well, I wish you the best, and I hope that he's recovering, well, and much prayers and everything to you and your family.
Thank you.
And yeah, congratulations on this establishment.
Thank you.
This is dope. And I know we were supposed to have this interview like
Forever
for-
ago.
right.
Yeah, I think you hit me up
For-
like the week of my opening.
Yeah.
Yeah.
At the beginning of this year, right? So
Yeah.
this is like summertime right now. So
Facts.
you know.
And you got on my shirt like.
Yeah.
Like, that's
this
one of
is
my first
this is
all
one
over
of
print. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Dope. Yeah. So I mean,
That's when I started playing with like
this
fabrics.
is like 2013, 2014.
Yeah, that's when I first started. Yeah. Appreciate
Yeah,
that.
you know.
It
Of
still looks
course.
good.
Yeah, I know. I mean, I take all my shirts to the cleaners anyway.
There you go.
So, but
you don't do laundry?
yeah, I mean, but that's like undershirts. and
Got
so
you, got
forth.
you.
Yeah.
Socks and
Right,
yeah,
right,
socks
right.
and
Yeah.
like wife beaters.
Right. You know, but yeah, I like the little zipper at the side too. Like that was dope.
Yeah, thank
You know,
I
so
keep
that was
that in
like
mind.
creative. Yeah,
Yeah.
that was creative. So we're gonna play before we conclude. We're gonna play a little game if you're
Okay,
up for it.
I'm always down for a game.
It's called This or That.
Yeah.
So Brooklyn or Harlem?
Damn, that's hard.
Yeah.
That's hard. Cause I grew up in Harlem.
Right.
Harlem is like home.
Right.
But now Brooklyn is home in another aspect.
You live in Brooklyn now too?
No, I live in Queens.
Oh,
now.
Queens. Okay,
Yeah.
okay.
But if you used to put Queens in there, I'm not picking Queens.
Yeah. Everybody gonna be like, what?
Wait.
And people in
I'm gonna say
Jamaica Ave
Harlem.
gonna
I'm gonna
get
say
you.
Harlem, just because
Yeah.
of the history it
Yeah.
holds. Dating back to like the Harlem Renaissance, and you know, it's just a really rich history.
It is.
I'm
love
a
Harlem, too.
person who's about like history.
Yeah.
And one of the biggest black movements was there.
That's
so
true.
I can't
That's true.
negate that.
Yeah. Mango or pineapple?
Oh, I'm gonna choose mango every day.
Yeah.
I had a nice one last night.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice. Yeah. We are in the season of mangoes. Malcolm X or Marcus Garvey?
Dag. I'm gonna go Malcolm X. His story is
Oh
just
yeah, Marcus Garvey from Jamaica.
But I'm not gonna choose just because of that, you know? I'm gonna choose because I believe Malcolm's story is so powerful. Like Marcus has a great story too.
He's powerful too.
I'm about to say he's a powerful man. I mean, my latest shirt
Right.
is him. But Malcolm's story resonates with me a lot. Yeah.
So how so? Talk about that. So Malcolm X's story resonates more with you than Marcus Garvey's story.
Oh, how so?
Yeah, how so?
I just the notion that you can reinvent yourself. That's
Okay.
one, and two, just how he spoke about the black woman, how we need to protect the black woman. I love
true,
that. Like
true.
I'm a black woman.
Right.
Yeah.
True. All right, sneakers or shoes?
No, I'm gonna do sneakers.
Yeah. All day, every day?
Shoes, yeah. Plus, I got a crazy bunion.
Right, okay. Alright. So that's what's up. So thank you so
Thank
much
you.
for
Appreciate
taking
you,
your
man.
time out of your busy
Thank
schedule
you. No
to have me interview you. Appreciate you. Appreciate all that what you're doing. Again, I wish you more success. And stay prayed up, keep having faith, and keep soliciting your business to other people so that it can continue to grow and develop.
Thank you. I appreciate you
Yeah.
coming by, man. It
Of
means
course.
a lot. Thank you.
Yes.